further, you can just check here that this chapter 1 to chapter 10 are like there in this particular act, and section 18 is talking about the infringement of layout design, and here you can just check that it is like again the infringement is by a person who not being the registered proprietor for the layout design. Just like a patent, inventor is there, applicant is there. Here also the applicant is there, and applicant, if without the consent of applicant, without due licensing, without any that authorization, if somebody is doing the usage of that, it will attract the legal action. There's any act of reducing also, that is also attracting the action. So you cannot do production of that, you cannot apply it any of the machine without the consent, so that will attract the legal action. Even any part of that is used, then obviously that will attract the action. Again, the import, selling, distributing any other commercial purpose without authorization will attract the legal action. Then incorporating that particular layout in any article without any consent, it will attract the legal action. So these are the few activities you can say which are attract the legal action. This we call it as infringement of that semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. Moving further, you can just see that chapter 9 that is dealing with the offences, penalties and procedure, and section 56 to 67 are dealing with that. There are provisions for the penalty, actually penalty for infringement of layout design, penalty for falsely representing, then penalty for improperly describing the place of business, that is very important again. Then integrated, means this communication obviously is done in your application to the registry. Then penalty is there for falsification of entries in the register. Forfeiture of goods, that arrangement is there as per section 60 in this particular act, and there are certain activities which are exempted and they are not causing the infringement, so that guidelines are also given. Okay. Now the cost of defense, the information related to offense, punishment of abatement, all this is covered in the act. So penalty for infringement of layout design is like a 3 years or fine. You can just see that this infringement activity, this is like that we have to remember it is a that term of that imprisonment may extend to 3 years. So it's a very serious activity, we can say. Then penalty for falsely representing a layout design, there is like a punishable imprisonment, and it may extend to the 6 months, and a fine may be there of 50,000 rupees, and both can be the discretionary power of the court. Then penalty for improperly describing a place of business, it will attract action, and here also imprisonment provision is there, which may be for 6 months, and there may be fine or there may be both. Then there is a penalty for falsification of entries in the registration, that register of the semiconductor integrated circuit layout design, that is maintained by the CGPDTM Office of India. The 2 years, the extent of that particular imprisonment may be for 2 years, and there may be fine or both. And forfeiture of goods is definitely the required provision, because if any counterfeit product is coming into the market, just like the unauthorized usage of that semiconductor by the that illegal entity. Illegal entity means the entity which is doing that illegal activity, you can say, or there are illegal entities means they are not registered, they are not authorized, and they are doing this particular activity. If such arrangement is there, forfeiture will be there, role of police will come into the picture in this case. Okay. Now let us move to